You're watching News here on the Rise. News now. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari says the government would not take any action to block or anticipate the outcomes of various panels set up by the state governments to investigate last year's #EndSARS protests. Rather, Buhari said his government would wait to see the steps the governors would take before considering any action on the outcomes of the inquiries. Now, the nationwide protest in October last year had resulted in loss of lives and wanton destruction of property. Buhari, who spoke during the meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Abuja, said his administration was inclined to allow the system work and that the state governments will be required to take steps to address issues raised in the panel's report before the federal government will step in. Now, joining us to share his thoughts on the presidential gesture, in addition to emerging issues around the publication of the Lekki Tollgate report, is Adeyinka Olumide-Fusika, a senior advocate of Nigeria who was a lawyer to the victims. I want to say thank you very much for joining us here on Newsday this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Certainly the leaked report by the judicial inquiry here in Lagos, but the panel of judicial inquiry here in Lagos has literally divided opinions. The counsel to the Lagos State Governor, to the Lagos State government, has been speaking, and he has poked holes left, right, and center into that particular report. And I want to take it from that particular point. He says that the report has not been holistic. Rather, the report chose to pepper towards some facts while ignoring some others. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I think that his attitude and all that he has been saying shows the hypocrisy of continuation of the hypocrisy of the government of the state. I always held the view, after appearing at the panel, seeing the proceedings, that it wasn't set up to find out any facts. It was a PR stunt by the governor of the state. And that is what Mr. Owunikoko, Comrade Owunikoko.
Yeah, since you're both colleagues.
No, comrade.
Okay.
We're both Marxists.
Okay.
Has been going about doing. The governor said, or the state government, issued a release to the effect that people should not abuse the good gesture of the state by commenting on the reports and all that.
Permit me to preempt you. No, permit me to preempt you. Okay. Do you think, if the report did not leak, what we are seeing circulating in the media today, would it have been different from the white paper that would have been released?
No, you've had the white paper from Mr. Owunikoko, Comrade Owunikoko. He has released the white paper.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the white paper. That's his comments all over the place.
And it's similar.
No, that's the white paper. It's the governor.
Okay.
The state is the lawyer to the governor.
Governor, yes.
Lawyer to the state governor. As we are speaking now, I'm sure it's with the Attorney General, writing his 40 observations and all that on why the governor should not rely on the report. But the point I was trying to make earlier on is you lead by example. If you say people should not comment on something, and then you unleash your own lawyer to go about media houses, canvassing, campaigning, abusing people, saying members of the panel to bribe, saying the governor shouldn't have made members of the panel was wrongly constituted, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Making all kinds of wild allegations. And I use that word wild advisedly. Wild allegations. When I first went to the tribunal, Comrade Owunikoko has been my friend. He's a friend of my youth. Oh. Yes, we've come a long way. Over 35 years, we were a lot of his partners together. So I really need to be a bit careful. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I stopped attending the tribunal about a month or two towards the end. And he was largely responsible for it.
Sir, we
he was largely responsible for it because I felt, after NSAS, there will be life.
We
will go on being what we are. We shouldn't allow one whatever. Yeah. So I just called a colleague of mine in the office. If I react to Mr. Wonikoko the way he has been behaving at the tribunal, friendship of decades will be destroyed. Right. You go and finish up. I don't understand what it's all about.
We are also very confused as well. But I wanted to talk about the comments of the president. We heard the president, he's putting the onus on the governors. Some might see that as a bit of an obfuscation, a way to kind of get away from the responsibility. Some might say he's actually taking responsibility to make sure that the governors do something. What do you say? Well, first of all, what do you think will come of this report? What's next?
Nothing is supposed to be, you remember that fella song, Government Magic? Supposed to turn black into white, blue into red, electricity to candle.
So you think nothing will come of this report?
You don't need a panel to... Is the governor saying he didn't know or he doesn't know what happened at the toll gate? He had state security, DSS, police, army, and all that. They were filing security reports. He declared, he ordered the flag to fly at half-mast for 3 days, declared 3 days of mourning. It was one of the things we brought up at the tribunal, at the panel. Then you turn around, hired lawyers, high-heeled lawyers, to come to the tribunal to say, have you ever read the book 1984?
Yes.
Orwell? That was what they were trying to do.
Double speak.
It didn't happen. It was Nollywood acting. First, the Owonikoko. Their first gambit was, you can, the record of the panel is there. All those things he's saying is just, first was that there was no, army did not go there. Owonikoko says so. It was leading evidence to that effect. When it was fully established that the army was there, he said they didn't shoot. There was no gunfire. When that was debunked, he said, well, it was blank bullets.
Now we know.
When that was debunked, he started talking about high velocity, low velocity. When that was debunked, he said, well, they shot into the air, nobody died. When that was debunked, he said that, the people were shooting themselves. Cultists were the ones shooting themselves and so on and so forth.
Mr. Olumide-Fusika,
when that was debunked,
yes.
Then he said, they brought their own pathologist. It's so sad that in this country, we treat the lives of our fellow citizens as if they don't matter. You come to the panel, it's established, their own pathologist came and said, it came out accidentally. There is a coroner's whatever in Lagos that issued an advert saying people lost their whatever during the NSAS. You come and identified dead bodies dumped at the morgue. 99! So Mr. Wonikoko and his team was, okay, the 99 did not come from Lekki toll gate. They came from all over the place. Gunshot wound, gunshot wound, gunshot wound. Your own citizens. Doesn't matter where they came from. Whether from the toll gate or from anywhere. Just because people protested. 99 dead bodies, you are not bothered about that. Your conscience is not bothered. Your conscience is not worried about that. Or you're about busy saying, it was one that came from toll gate. No, it was gunshot, it was a blunt force, whatever. This and that. Haba. Let us fear God. Let us fear God. Wherever they died, these are citizens of Nigeria. 99. Those are the ones they were able to, 99 in their own morgue. We are not talking, there was a video of a Yoruba lady played at the tribunal who said that morning he picked up his own son at the toll gate. He's a Muslim. Muslims don't waste time burying their dead. I went to bury my son. There were so many dead bodies there. I just picked my own and I buried. The video is there. You want to see where I buried my son? Come over, I will show it to you. Mr. Wonikoko is not worried about that. There was a woman from, I think, a state in the in the southeast of, south of Nigeria, can't remember the exact state, who spoke in Ibibio. We brought somebody to come and interpret it. Carried the picture of his son, who was killed at the toll gate. videos of the fact that his son was wearing clothes on that day, located at the toll gate, were shown at the tribunal. So what's Mr. Onikoko saying? What's he saying? He should fear God. He prays 5 times a day, goes to lesser Hajj, lower Hajj, and all that.
All right.
Fear God.
Now, so for those that will be hoping that this particular tribunal brings some sorts of closure, are you saying we will never get closure?
There can't be any. Look, see, when the state is the criminal, let me put it that way, when the state has got, is it the tribunal that will perform the work of the police? When the state has committed a crime, how are you going to do anything? All they will do is, they just wanted, see, it was supposed to be a public relation thing. You bring somebody, oh, he was shot in the leg, take 500,000. Take 1 million. They've chased DJ Switch out of the country. At that time, they were blocking accounts, preventing people from traveling, chasing them all over the place with DSS and so on and so forth.
Yes, they did.
They were expecting that nobody would come forth to put a lie to all the things they wanted to. So it was supposed to be, we met to you, nobody came. Where are Mr. Onikoko was asking several times, Corporal Onikoko was asking several, where are the dead bodies? Up till today, you know it yourself. You know people who still deny the Holocaust. True. They say it never happened. We all know what Hitler did with the dead bodies of the Jews. He was turning the bodies into pomade or whatever. You are now asking, bring the dead bodies. What kind of thing is that? Is that what you are telling us? Where are the dead bodies? Where are this? Where are that? The evidence was there, how they were moving dead bodies. And you are coming up to say, all the things he was telling you were things he told the tribunal, the panel. The panel considered his view, the evidence or no-evidence that he was able to lead, the evidence brought by people, and came to his own conclusions. You know, telling us his daughter was at the protest and so on and so forth. You don't bring your daughter into those kind of things. Let's not bring family into it. Was your daughter a witness? If your daughter was there on the 20th, then it has vital evidence. Did she come before? Did you bring her before the tribunal to come and testify? You didn't do that. You are coming on here to tell us your daughter was there, your this was that. That's not true. I think what you should do is bring him here and let me be here. Let him come and repeat all those things he was saying.
That might be a very, very hot and interesting interview. Sir, unfortunately, we have run out of time.
Yes, we have.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing this passionate, and we hope that this is not the end of this.